Okay, so I just want to record my screen and show you a few tips on how I use LaunchBar in Mac. First of all, you just bring it up by pressing Command Space. Okay, and if you want to browse something like a desktop location or downloads location, just start typing the name of the folder. So let's say I want to browse my desktop. So I just start typing DESK and it comes up, and you can hit the right arrow to browse the contents of that folder. And so you can do the preview. You can press spacebar to see the preview, and you can press the right arrow to see the information about that file, like the file size and dimensions and all that. And if you want, you can also press Command C to copy the name of the file now. Or if you want to copy the path, you just come to this path and press Command C. That copies the path to the file. And if you want to act or bring up the services menu for the selected item, you just press Tab. And when you press Tab, it brings up these frequently accessed actions for this particular file type. So in this case, I can upload this to Dropler, or I can optimize this file with Image Optim, etc., or open it with Photoshop. So if I press Escape, that is going to go away, and I again press Escape to dismiss it. One thing you can do is you can basically set up a single key shortcut to use LaunchBar to send anything to anything else. I'm looking at this code and I would like to know further information about this particular WordPress function. So I can just select that string and press Alt on the keyboard, and that basically puts the selected string into LaunchBar, and from here we can act on this particular thing. So if I want to send this to Dash, which is like a code snippets lookup software, I just start typing the name of the software. So in this case, DA, and you can see that since I frequently access it, it is right here. So I just hit return, and that sends that string into Dash, and now I can hit enter to see information about this function. Okay, now let's say I want to do a Google search for this particular selected string. Again, I just press that Alt, which is a custom keyboard that custom shortcut that I have set, and I just start typing Google. So GO, and as soon as I type that, you can see Google in the list. I hit return, and that searches that string in Google and shows the result in the browser. So let me show you how to set this up. You need to go to shortcuts in the preferences, and for instant send, by default it will be off. You set it to single option, and from that time onwards you can basically um, use the instant send feature. And one more thing that is quite useful is you can basically create custom searches, and you can search for any string anywhere by pressing Alt and sending it to LaunchBar, and from there doing your custom search. So okay, let's say I want to do a search for all the plugins in the WordPress repository that has this word condition. So I press Alt and I start typing WordPress plugin search, or you can also do a fuzzy match, so that would be WPS, and I hit return. So that searches for the selected string in WordPress plugin repository and shows the result. And I'll show you how we can set this up. So once you bring up the launch bar, um, you can press Command Alt I to bring up the index, or you can go to settings and go to index and click show index. So from here, you go to the search templates UTF-8, and here you can see that I have created this. You can just hit plus to create your own custom search engines. So you basically do the search and replace whatever is the search string with a star, and that's it. And you can of course set this to WPS directly if you want, or you can just leave the full string, and then you can do a fuzzy match to uh, use it. And similarly, you can see that I also have this YouTube. I think this is something that I have set up. I do not remember, but with this in place, if I want to search for something in YouTube, so I simply select the string and I press Alt and I start typing YouTube, okay, and hit enter to look it up in YouTube. And this is just a very small portion of what you can do with LaunchBar. It's pretty powerful.